Hey YouTube, I'm out here today with my new Winchester Wildcat rifle. It's fairly new. I've had it for a couple of weeks. I've got several hundred, probably 5, maybe 600 rounds through it, and it's been pretty close to 100% reliable. The only failures I have had, at least I believe they've been ammunition related, were with an old bulk stash of Remington Thunderbolts, and they were probably 10, 12 years old. Again, we all know that bulk ammo was already kind of meh, and then you factored in that it was Remington Thunderbolts, which to me are some of the filthiest 22 ammo going, one of the least reliable. I haven't had the best of success with those. That, and I will say, you know, this isn't a rant on ammo, but since we're here talking about a 22 rifle, the other 22 ammo that I really don't like are the Winchester white box, the bulk box with the 333, little brick bulk there, box. Those have been kind of crummy, but those have actually, and I do have some of those left. This is one of those. Those have fed fine through this rifle. It's just a couple of Thunderbolts from my old bulk stash that I've had a couple of failure to eject malfunctions on. The other thing that has gone wrong with this rifle, the only thing that's gone wrong with this rifle is within the first 2 or 3 magazines, the feed lips broke off of the magazine itself, and I was able to snap them back on. I was just loading the rounds into it, and I was able to snap the feed lips back on, but then the tension within the magazine itself, the rotary wheel that's in there, it lost all the tension, so it was spinning freely, and the magazine was rendered completely non-functional. I spoke with Winchester customer service there, and they have a new magazine coming out to me, no questions asked. So I can't complain there. The positive is, and I'm sure people watching the video have done their research and know, this rifle does utilize Ruger's 1022 magazines, so I have plenty of those on hand here, so it's a good thing I have a backup. The only differentiation between the two magazines, well, there's 2 things. One, the Winchester magazines they don't seem as robust as these Ruger magazines, as evidenced by the fact the feed lips broke off, and as evidence that these Ruger rotary magazines are heavier in weight. And number 2, the Winchester factory magazines, they actually offer a last round bolt hold open feature, which to me is a very nice feature. So I will be excited to get that factory magazine back into my hands, but for that feature alone, I probably won't be going out and buying more of the Winchester factory magazines. It's not that big of a deal that I'd be willing to spend another $15, $20 on a couple extra magazines for it when I already have a lot of Ruger rotary mags laying around. I'm in the state of New York, the Republic of New York, and we do not allow anything higher capacity than a 10-round magazine, so I've never tested this rifle with, a larger, say, the drum magazines for the 1022, the BX25 magazine for the 1022, so my only experience has been with the rotary mags, and they've worked pretty much flawlessly in this rifle. Some of the differentiating features of this compared to the 1022, the stock here, it really is kind of like a pistol grip in its angle and length. My hands are a touch large for it to be gripped like a true pistol grip, so I kind of have to grip back on it a little. I don't know, I guess my hands are medium largish. I don't know how I'd classify them. It comes integrated with the pick rail here on top, which is nice. The peep sight that comes from the factory here is nice, a lot better than a lot of the Rugers that come with just that blade sight on the back. I do like as well the magazine release feature. It's got 2 ways you can release the magazine. One is just with the little push of the tab here. Number 2, you can pull these little red, I guess you call them tabs back, and then the magazine just drops free right into your hand. That's really nice. The rifle has a bolt hold open feature, so you hold your bolt back and then push up this red button, and that holds your bolt open, which is nice at the range just for safety purposes. Then also you can push another button here on the right, or this side of the rifle, and that's a slide release, or I guess in what we'd call in a pistol world, a slide release, but a bolt close feature, and it obviously strips your round and gets your rifle, gets a round and battery, and gets your rifle ready to go. Traditional cross bolt safety here. The build quality seems really nice. Other than the one magazine issue I had, the build quality of the rifle really does seem pretty nice. The rifle, at least mine, is not very loose here in the stock and foregrip. It is made in Turkey. I know that is a source of contention for some people. The Rugers, they are made in the USA, obviously, which is really nice. But they're almost, I got this for under $200 from Sportsman's Warehouse with a coupon I had. So the value was great. I like the styling of it. I like the design of it. The looks, you know, I know they're secondary to functionality, but it really does function nice. It's really light. You know, when you stand with it, you know, it's so light to hold up. It's non-fatiguing, so you can put a lot of rounds through it without getting tired. And I'll put a magazine into it and fire it off and just show you all how it functions. I'm gonna get my ears on here. And that's it. 10 quick rounds through the rifle. Obviously flawless as I had expected. Almost all the 99% of the magazines thus far have been flawless. One thing to note, I've only taken this rifle out of the box. I never took it apart. I never cleaned it. I haven't lubricated it since I first bought it. So this is how it runs right out of the box for me. And do I recommend that? I guess, I don't know. The manual says to clean it and lube it before you use it, and I initially got a little excited when I first had it, so I took it out here to the range and just dug right on in, and I just haven't gotten around to cleaning it since, but it's operated flawlessly for me right out of the box. So I've seen a couple other guys, Pew Pew Saul here on YouTube, and there's another guy that wears a black hat that's a phenomenal shot somewhere out in the desert in the West, and he has one too, and he's had no problems with functionality. But Pew Pew Saul, looks like he just took his out of the box and started firing away as well. But, you know, you might want to clean it and lube it up before it gets used. I'll probably get to that in the next couple of days here. And as I'm sure people have seen, one of the unique features about it is the way that this whole receiver comes out of the magazine by pushing this red button here in the back. And it enables you to clean that whole trigger group really easily, it looks like. And also the barrel, cleaning it from the breech end forward, also looks like that's real easy. Any questions, just leave a comment. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible here. But again, I really like the rifle, and thank you for watching.